It's after Labor Day, and what that means to families with children is back to school. So if you have school-age children in your family, they are probably heading off to school, and that is going to make a big difference to everybody in the family, and in a way, particularly your dog, because it really will change the atmosphere at home. If your dog is used to having the children around all the time, and there's been a lot of activity with those older children, and all of a sudden it stops, your dog may find that he's kind of lonely and he may end up getting a bit bored. So here are some ideas for what you can do to help ease that transition for your dog. Number one, when your children go to school, a lot of parents take their children to school. Either they drive them somewhere in the car, or they go to the school bus stop and wait with their children. If you're driving your children to school, how about taking the dog along in the car? That can be a nice outing for the dog as long as he's comfortable being in the car with children. And if you're waiting at the bus stop for the school bus, that's another place you can bring your dog. Now, some dogs are not comfortable around a group of children, especially children that may be excited, that may be very active, talking loudly. They may be excited about the beginning of school. If your dog isn't comfortable with that, then that's not a good thing for your dog. So skip that one if that's the case. You don't want to do anything that's going to be stressful for your dog. However, once the children are safely in school, however they get there, that might be a good time to take a nice walk with your dog, a relaxed walk, some one-on-one time with your dog. And if your baby is with you at the same time, and you can safely walk your dog and your baby together, that's a great activity. Now, secondly, what happens when you get home? When you get home, the house is going to be a lot quieter than what the dog is used to. So here are some suggestions for activities that you can do with your dog that will help to keep him occupied and happy during the day. Number one, of course, I'm a dog trainer, so I think of training. And when I say training, I mean training that is fun for your dog, something he can really enjoy, a lot of rewards. It's often fun to teach your dog tricks. And if you have school-age children, teaching tricks has an added bonus because kids love to show off the tricks that their dog can do to their friends. So if you start by teaching the trick when your kids are in school, and then later when the dog knows the trick well, show the children how to get the dog to do that trick, that can be a lot of fun for everybody. Number two, just plain old regular training, which is fun if you make it fun for the dog. So treats, enthusiasm on your part. If you're engaged and enjoying it, it's very likely your dog is also going to be enjoying the process. Now, there's some other options. One thing that is fun to do is playing hide and seek with your dog. There are two ways to do it. One is to take a treat and start out by putting it just a few feet away from the dog, have the dog stay, and then go back to the dog and tell him to go find it. And let him go get the treat and come back. As you do that more, you can work up to going into another room, another part of the house, and so on. Do it gradually so your dog understands what to do. That can be a lot of fun. And the other way to play hide and seek is for you to hide. And so again, tell your dog to stay. You go somewhere a little bit out of sight in the beginning, maybe just around a corner, and then call your dog to you. And when he gets to you, make a party out of it. Give him some treats, have a great time. And that also has a bonus in that it's helping the dog get better at coming when you call him. A couple of other ideas. One is a dog walker. If it's within your budget, that can be a really nice outing for a dog to go out with a dog walker, maybe 2-3 times a week if you can do that. That's a lot of fun for him. And another suggestion is play dates with other dogs. If you know other people who have school children and they also have a dog, this might be a good time to trade off dog sitting at one house or another. Fun for your dog if the two dogs like each other and get along. So those are some tips. I hope that your back to school experience is going well and everybody's having a good time.